can hear me. So today is Friday, and it's our usual closing sequence slash ab core workout. So hopefully you have a comfy mat or a carpet to lay down on, because mostly today will be a lying down class. So anyway, happy Friday and welcome. We'll get started. So we'll start with a flow, just to get our body moving, get our body warmed up. So standing at the top of your mat, take a nice deep inhale and take a nice big stretch. As you exhale, bow forward towards your legs, bowing towards your legs. And you can just take it easy, you don't have to go all the way down. As you inhale, come up halfway. As you exhale, palms to the ground, step back into your plank. And so from plank, from here, you can always lower your knees if you have any sensitivities in your lower back. I'm gonna go on my toes. And from here, you wanna hug your elbows in and come down all the way. Take a nice deep inhale. You can go into Cobra with your elbows down, King Cobra onto your palms, or if you like, go ahead and lift up onto the tops of your feet, open your chest, take a nice big stretch. As you exhale, you can bend your knees and either go into child's pose or go ahead into downward dog. So in your downward dog, take a nice deep inhale as you lengthen your spine. As you exhale, pull in the lower belly in towards your spine. And then we're going to continue today into a plank position. So last week we were lying on our back, so I thought today would be in our prone position so that you can also engage your core this way. So we're going to start onto the palms and onto the tips of your toes. And again, if you like, you can always lower down to your knees if you need. So onto your toes. And from here, holding for 5 deep breaths. Option, lifting one leg up. So you want to make sure your shoulders and hips are parallel to each other as you hold one leg. Take a nice deep inhale. As you exhale, release and switch legs. Taking a check that your shoulders are over the wrists, fingers are spread, hips are parallel to the ground. Take a nice deep inhale and exhale, release. We're going to do that again. Other leg is lifting up. An option is you can lift opposite arm, opposite foot. Take a nice deep inhale, exhale, release, switching sides, lifting the other leg, opposite arm. Take a nice deep inhale, exhale, release. Now coming down onto your knees. We did side plank last time. We're going to do, or last week, we're going to do side plank here again. So hand is underneath your shoulder, knees underneath your hips, and looking up towards your extended arm. Feel free, if you are wanting to go a little bit deeper, you can stack your feet one in front of the other, so your toe is touching against your heel, lifting your hips so you feel your obliques. Take a nice deep inhale. Exhale, we're going to hold for 3. Inhale, exhale, 2. Inhale, exhale, 1. So for you, you can go ahead and just pivot your feet over to the other side, but I don't want to have my back towards you, so I'm going to have switch sides. So starting out onto your knee, if you like, to modify if you have any sensitivities in your back, you can stay here on your knee. Option, stacking your feet one in front of the other. Lifting your hips nice and high, shoulders underneath, your hand is underneath your shoulder. Mine wasn't, so I'm going to reposition, looking up towards your thumb. Pull in the lower belly, lift a little higher for 3 deep breaths. Inhale, exhale, 1. Inhale, exhale, 2. Inhale, exhale, 3. And release. Come back down. And you can go into a child's pose to reset the spine. We're going to do that all over again. Taking a check into the camera. I can't really see myself. It's a little tiny square. Okay, so back into plank. So for the second time around, if you feel like you want to go onto your knees, feel free to do that, or go onto your toes. Shoulders are over the wrist, holding here, or lifting one leg up. Take a nice deep inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Switch. Lifting the other leg. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. And going back. Opposite arm, opposite leg. For 3, 2, 1. Switch sides. Feeling the shakies. Shakies are good. Inhale, exhale. 3. Inhale, exhale. 2. Inhale, exhale. 1. Release. Back onto the knees. Side plank or extend. Option 3, go ahead and lift that top leg. Hold for 3 breaths. Inhale, exhale. 1. Inhale, exhale. 2. Lift the hips a little higher. Inhale, exhale. 3. Amazing. Switch sides. You can just pivot, or I'm going to turn my body. Holding here or here. Here we go. 3 deep breaths. Smiling is also good. Helps relax the body. For 2. Lift your hips a little higher. And 1. Release. You can go into child's pose. Maybe your shoulders are feeling it. You can also release your arms. Come onto your head. Let your arms rest by your side. Nice big breath. And then gently roll yourself up to seated. So we're going to come down onto our backs. There's some divots in my grass here. It's a little bit bumpy. It's all right. So from here, bridge pose. Nice little stretch for the abs after doing some core. So feet are hip width apart. Knees are hip width apart. Arms by your sides. Take a nice deep inhale. And then as you exhale, press into your heels. Lift your hips nice and high. Squeezing your glutes. Walking your shoulders underneath you. Feel free to keep your arms by your sides or interlace your fingers underneath you. Lift your chest a little higher. Press the full length of your arms into the ground to lift even higher. Knees are going forwards and inwards. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So you're going to release your arms and body roll yourself back down. To release any tension in the hips, you can take your feet as wide as your mat and then windshield wipe your knees side to side. Just feel really good. So we're going to do bridge pose again, or option is wheel. So I didn't show wheel last week, so we'll do that today. So bridge, you can just do that one again, or wheel, hands are by your ears. As you push into your palms, you can start first onto the crown of your head. As you look back behind you, when you're ready, push through your palms. A lot of tricep and shoulder work, making sure your hips are up high, knees are forward and inwards. And you can gaze behind or look towards your palms. 5 deep breaths. 4, 3, 2, and 1. So to release from wheel, we're going to go onto the crown of the head, chin gently to the back of the head and body roll down all the way. Now you can take your knees in towards your chest, one hand on each kneecap, and we're going to do nice big circles. Feels really good to massage the lower back and circles the other direction. Really nice to do some twists after doing some deep back bends. So with your arms into a T position, bring your toes down, bring both hips to your left, both knees to the right. Stacking your knees, one on top of the other, hand over top of your left thigh. Left hand is counterbalancing and resting behind. Look over your left shoulder and use your breath. So as you inhale, you think about taking some space between your bottom rib to your hip. And as you inhale, you're going to lengthen. Maybe you're shimmying up your shoulders away from the hips. And as you exhale, you're pressing your left shoulder further down to assist with a deeper twist. So as you inhale, lengthen, exhale, twist. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, twist. And look over your shoulder with your eyeballs as well. Give your eyes some physical movement from the norm. Instead of going always straight forward, you can give it some exercise as well, looking to the side. Take a nice deep inhale. And then as you exhale, release. Switching sides. So find your neutral, your midline, and then lift up your hips towards the right, both knees towards the left. Stacking your knees, one on top of the other, and then looking over your right shoulder. Again, as you inhale, you're thinking about creating space between your bottom rib and your top of your hip. As you exhale, looking over your shoulder, pressing your shoulder blades down into the ground. Pressing into your thigh. As you press onto your thigh, your leg is resisting. So you feel that nice stretch in your back. One more deep inhale. Exhale. On your next inhale, you can go ahead and release. We'll do that windshield washing again. Feet nice and wide, knees going side to side. We'll do a little bit of hamstring stretching. So left foot down, right leg up towards the ceiling. Walk your hands up towards your ankle. Some grass there. As you inhale, lift your head and shoulders towards your leg. And then as you exhale, you're going to bring your head and shoulders down, bring your legs down with you for a deeper stretch. Feel free to use a strap or a towel around your foot. If your foot is not accessible, you can hold onto your pants or calf as well. If you want to feel a deeper stretch, you can extend your left leg. Use your left hand on your left hip to keep it grounded. Right hand is on your leg to gently press your right leg towards you. And then we're going to do an inner thigh stretch. So guide your right leg towards the ground, but stop to where your left hip feels like it wants to lift. As soon as your left hip starts to lift up, you've gone too far. So press your left hand firmly onto your hip. Hips are grounded, not lifting off the mat. And just stop your right leg to where you feel like your hip is about to lift up. And you should feel a nice inner thigh stretch there. From there, you're flexing your foot. So as you inhale, think about pressing your away. As you exhale, you're allowing gravity to bring your leg towards the ground. Again, you can use a strap around your foot or just hold on to your ankle or calf, and you're looking away from your right leg, counterbalance. Take one more deep inhale. And then as you exhale, bring your leg back to center, switch hands. So now the left hand is assisting the right leg, right hand's on the right side. You're looking away from your leg as your right leg is going towards the left. This time your hip can lift a little bit, but you want to go to where you feel a deep stretch. Once you feel like you've lost it, you've gone too far. So just a slight cross over the body is where you want to be. You're flexing your foot Your toes are pointing down, your heel is higher than your toes, so you feel that IT bend. And for those people on the squat challenge, this one's for you. Really good stretch, especially also if you run, this is a really good stretch. Take a nice deep inhale. If you can, lift your leg higher towards your shoulder, and then exhale, come back to center and release. Switching sides. So right foot's down, left leg lifts, walking your hand up towards your ankle, your toe. As you lift your head and shoulders, as you exhale, begin to lower your head and shoulders. Bring your leg down with you. Keep your foot flexed. Right leg extends as an option if you want to deepen the stretch. As you inhale, press your heel away from your body. As you exhale, begin to bring it a little bit closer. It can micro bend in the knee, that's okay, but try to extend as much as possible. If you bend too much, you're gonna lose that hamstring stretch. So go to where you feel that sweet spot, where you feel that nice hamstring stretch. And then you can begin to widen towards the left. So you feel your inner thigh. Again, careful not to let this right hip pop up. Use your right hand, press it down firmly. As soon as you feel your hip lift up, you found that sweet spot. So go to where your hip stays grounded. Keep your foot flexed, and your toe is lower than your heel. Left hand is supporting the left leg, and if you like, you can take your right hand to the floor to assist with counterbalancing. Take a nice deep inhale, press your heel away. Exhale, lower your leg a little bit more. Next inhale, begin to bring it over the body, crossing over. Right hand supports the left leg this time, left hand on the floor by your side. Look away from your leg to counterbalance. Find that sweet spot, IT bend, pressing your heel away from the body. Toe is lower than the heel. Look over your left shoulder. Take a nice deep inhale. This is a goodie. It's okay to make some weird faces on this one. Take a nice deep inhale and then exhale, come back to center. We're gonna end today's practice with taking your feet together. Sorry, I'm by train tracks looking through the train. And then knees are wide, feet are touching. You can have your hands by your side, or you can also have your hands up. I find this position is also quite nice to finish your practice. You can now close your eyes and focus on letting your body settle into your mat. Allow your face to relax. Allow the back of your head to get heavy. Allow the back of your shoulders and hips to get heavy. This is your time now to clear your mind of all thoughts and let your breath just be, no longer changing your breath. Let your body embrace stillness at this time so that you can feel rejuvenated after this quiet moment of meditation. You can begin to deepen your breathing. Begin to wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. You can release your legs from butterfly position and extend your legs. Take a nice deep inhale and stretch your arms away from your toes. And as you exhale, open your mouth. When you're ready, roll over to one side and you can come up to your favorite seated position. Thank you all for joining me for yoga today. Have a great weekend. Namaste.